want to talk about Len McKendry, Kenny Taylor, in April 1982, the Warriors, Heidelberg United, Alexander, played the first home game here, official home game at Olympic Village. And on that day, John Eisendorn on the 77th minute getting up with the only goal of the game to beat Sydney City by a goal to nil. And the coach that day, Len McKendry.
The guy's back again, but again, look, these type of games are always fairly even in that regard. Kind of form to a certain extent goes out the window. It's a bit like a cup game to a certain extent. And hopefully that both teams turn up and entertain the crowd.
Well, South Melbourne, for all their huffing and puffing over the last couple of years, finishing top of the ladder and then second, and then of course they're first again this year. But the last two grand finals in the NPL here in Victoria, Kenny, South Melbourne have come and they've played at Olympic Village and they've lost 5-0 and 4-0. So it's not a happy hunting ground. What can they produce today? The Warriors still gathered together. As we prepare for a start, South Melbourne are out there and ready to rock and roll. They have been, they've won 13 this year, and all told, as I tally it up, they've won something like 60 of their last 75 odd games. So they're on fire. They're a fair old unit, South Melbourne Ellis. But the Warriors, well, again, they showed something on Tuesday night down there at Bentley Greens, and they've been very, very good here at home. And we're off to a start. The time clock has started as age 8 forces it away for the Warriors, and we might go through the two lineups. As I've got no Jofot to do that. Josh Penn, he's got a bit of power in those legs.
And those pins. He actually obviously got injured on Tuesday night. You got more of a kind of a dead leg or a cork, as they say. But it's good to see him back in again. And obviously the fullback who got sent off, I think, last weekend, he's back again.
Ali for Idara.
He is. He's very quick and very confident on the predominantly left side of the body. Anyway, we're through now.
Oh, well played. Then by
Yokokawa.
Oh, bang! That is an absolute Bobby Dazzler.
That is.
Wow, on 5 minutes. Yokokawa, the Japanese.
My goodness.
Wow. He launched a cannon shot and it was never erring. It was never going to miss. Lopez could just look at it. And on 6 minutes, the Warriors are in front.
Yeah, well, that's... what did they say? That's where the spiders live. Up over in the top net. Yeah, that was a tremendous strike. And again, he can impress again.
And I love that, the little bow there.
I did mention it on the call on Tuesday night, but the one thing that gets me with Japanese players, and just Japanese in general, the culture, they're so respectful. You know, he get taken off on Tuesday, and they bounce to the ground. So it's just respect for the game, respect for the.
He's a slightly built fellow, is Yokokawa, but I'll tell you what, there was he knew exactly where he was going with that, and he placed it exactly where he wanted to. What an outcome, what a result, what a game we've got. The derby is alive.
Right, I've got to.
Harrison Sawyer, by virtue of his height.
He's going to...
away by Collins. Penn will try and run the gap, but just too long, and edged back by Yankovic to his goal. So we're certainly hitting that wintry spell, aren't we?
It's like I'm back in Scotland. Summer.
It's heat wave. Defected 10. Oh, big long toss. Harrison Sawyer. And that just flew about a squillimetre wide of the far post. So it's 1-0. Melbourne City Turner wins the management insurance broker. It's not a bad crowd build-up given the inclement weather. Collins, he waited and then drags it back for...
Oh, no.
So. I'll tell you what, that was nearly a moment, but they'll get away with it, or will they? Errant ball. Well done, Dom Fowler. He wanted it. He wanted it. He knew that the danger was there, and Dom Fowler was there to avert the crisis.
Team to be undefeated or go through, it's very difficult.
Well done by Yokokawa. Josh Penn.
Get something.
He hits the accelerator. Square ball. Dangerous. I reckon that was Mazis who was lurking. Oh. Right. And Dom Fowler again doing the grunt work. I love Dom Fowler, the dominator. Big Ben Collins. Big Ben, always on time. See where I'm going with that, Kenny?
Oh, look.
Corner sits, player went down, the bouncing ball.
Corner.
Well, pressure came on. Saw a player go down there too.
Yeah, I don't know if he slipped or he was impeded, but again, it's always very difficult. It doesn't matter where in the world, the game's played. People are blocking people, or they're holding back, and it's just, it's I must admit, it's very difficult for referees to officiate in those situations.
Olsen saunters across to take the corner, this time from the Northland side of Olympic Village. It's a 1-0 game on this Sunday afternoon, nearly 18 played. Sure. Olsen, take 2. 5-step drop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he launches out swing, a dangerous one. Josh Pinn got his head to it.
Yeah, I think just kind of ricocheted off his head there, but
spoiled by COVID. Around the corner ball by Olsen, scampering out of his area at 1 billion miles an hour was Javier Lopez. He bombs it away, and AJ again. That time he gets the angle perfectly for Sosa. Collins, pressure comes from Garcia, to no avail.
Take it forward.
Well played by Ali. The delivery wasn't great. Muzis did awkward control, but he brings it down for Olsen. Outside ball. Yokikawa for Muzis. Well, he whacked it. And the up and under sits in Saros, came spinning out of that like the perfect ballerina pas de deux then. Kenny, so balanced, so elegant. Much like you when you're dancing. Kenny Taylor, so elegant.
Kenny Astea.
You twit. You're a shocker. Don Fowler.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Again,
Yokikawa cops one. Now that's got to be a yellow card.
Yellow card, yeah.
Now that was a serious yellow card, that one.
Yeah.
And Josh Pinn is remonstrating. Stay out of there, Joe.
Exactly. We're just having a bit of handbags. Here we go. Look, I think they've from the referee's perspective, he's obviously going to let a couple of tackles go, but you can only take so much. You've got to actually think there's authority in the game. So, and again, that was probably bookable.
Well, that was.
Yeah.
That wasn't Arthur McMillan bookable, but it was bookable by today's standards. The late Arthur McMillan.
If it had been Arthur McMillan, he'd been that Souvlaki stand over there.
He would have too.
We actually mentioned that in there about the grand final in 1980.
I loved it.
With
Kenny launched Kenny Bowden.
I say Kenny Bowden didn't go in the running track. He went further in, 4 rows up.
That was one of the great moments in the game.
Exactly.
Arthur McMillan, what a champion. What an absolute champion.
He's booked a coach, Hellis's coach, or maybe one of the coaching staff. Yeah, just got to be
fantastic.
You have to be very.
Lee and Collins, and then Fowler, and finally Yokikawa. He's a beauty. He unleashed the beast, and that's got to be a free kick.
So that's pretty close to being another bookable offence. They'll probably just give him a warning.
It'd be interesting to see where this goes, because it's just getting a little willing, and Yokikawa's copped a few already, hasn't he? Asahi
It'd be nice to get
scored a couple on Tuesday night. He was an absolute
flying machine.
monster.
Flying machine.
Ollison left foot going homeward. That was goal bound, and that was a double fingertip from Lopez over the bar. How beautifully crafted was that free kick?
Here's a replay on it. Tell you what, to score in that situation would be bad for the defence. But he's got to do something. He's got to tip over the bar. And now they're taking the corner from the other side. So
Olsen will strut across to take it. He's busier than
Melbourne, I think, from
corner. Olsen takes it, spinning. It's Harrison Sawyer was there. Olsen gallops after it and then squares it. AJ with it. Well, just as good as an airy. Holding his ground then was Collins. He did really well. Fowler's had to track back for coverage. Harrison Sawyer. They might get lucky or they might be unlucky. In the end, it was the latter. They were very lucky.
No. Here we go.
What?
Well, they've obviously impeded the goalkeeper, and because it was a bit of a ricochet,
Let's see now.
I think he's Irish.
Sosa.
I think a wee bit argy-bargy in the box here.
Striding in was Marinkovic, and Yankovic is there, all the tall timber. Sawyer, push and shove, and Lampard, and brilliant. And Harrison Sawyer launched himself skyward, but angled the header over the woodwork at that southern road end. So they buy a life there. He should have done better, you would think.
Oh, well, if he hits the target, he scores, really, when you think of it. And
my cataracts are like Coca-Cola bottles. Don't worry about that.
Again, this is. I actually laugh at this now, and I know why they do it, but they put the wall up and then they put somebody lying on the ground behind the wall. What's that all about? It's like, if the wall's strong enough, they should just stand. They shouldn't jump. They jump.
So it's going to be a free kick to the Warriors, right on the edge of the penalty area. They're up by a goal to nil. Melbourne City Toyota wins the management
insurance. This would be just nice before half time, get a second goal.
It would certainly put the cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak. There's a player down in the Hellas wall. Oh no, well, he wasn't down. He was lying down, and the rocket goes whiz and whoosh and creates a vapour trail as it hits the netting at that.
So that's 42 minutes now. This is a kind of vital 3 or 4 minutes.
As opposed to the other minutes that.
No, this is more vital because you want to make sure you go in 1-0 up at half time with a confidence. You don't want to be giving them any sort of momentum going back into the dressing room.
I suppose when one of the dice gets lost under the kitchen table.
But there's no dots on it.
I don't know what shoddy casino you've been going to.
Good. Yeah, good.
Oh dear. Well, it hasn't been an electrifying heart pounder, but it's been engaging enough, and it's certainly still all on the line with the Warriors up by 1-0. So it is 1-0 at half time, 45 to come. South Melbourne get us off to a start in the second half. They'll be heading to the right of screen in the all blue, down toward that social club end. 1 to get back in the contest for Hellas. Leo Maza spins his way out of trouble. The 2 number 7s go at it. So South Melbourne have made at least one change at half time. I'll just double check that one for you. That's Andy Brennan in the number 7. We'll just check who came out. Ross Archibald is the man on, the veteran. Yeah,
they've just got to be careful. Just Hellas obviously trying to play wide, try and get the balls into the box as early as they can to try and utilise the big captain, and also the boys come on sub at half time, number 7. So I think, did he not play for Bentley Greens previously?
Andy Brennan, I know he played for Hume City.
Played Hume City, yeah, seen him.
But
play away.
Good anticipation from AJ then.
Pretty on the corner.
It's going to be a throw in.
Right.
To South Melbourne on the broadcast side.
See, this is a
Painter Andrews. Oh, look, the big leap was
great save.
Almost successful, and a great stop. A wonderful stop by Sosa then.
So Hellas are going to it's going to be a bit of a replay here. You can see how well the keeper did. Ball's gone down, and he's just put his body there and just got a deflection. They're saying that there, Hellas obviously is basically route 1, straight into the box and try and get something off it, whether it's a header or.
Well, you talk about them being top of the ladder. You're doing all right if you can bring Andy Brennan on and Ross Archibald on at half time.
Of course.
Got a great squad, South Melbourne Hellas, and look as they're headed toward the minor premiership. So perhaps as a player goes down, it might have been Olsen.
There's Olsen,
the big captain of South Melbourne.
Yeah, no situation. Just got to try and hold him. Just hopefully he's not allowed to turn and create something. So now they've got to push up halfway line.
Yankovic back to Lopez.
See, that's
now.
I
did not see that.
He sent him off here.
Wow. Well, I wonder if we've got a replay on that. No. Again, I didn't see it.
It was more of a kind of obstruction of kind of running across each other, and he's just pulled them down now. I'm not saying that the Hellas defenders was not say play acting, but the fact of the matter is he's as if somebody shot him for the grassy knoll.
To beat Aaron Sosa to even get a piece of the contest.
Yeah, what the defence just have to do, they just have to pick a man and make sure that your contest you can compete and don't let them have free headers.
Coming in from that far side, the social club side of the ground. This free kick, looks of anticipation and nervous anticipation across the line of players in defence for the Warriors. And Yaron Sosa got a fingertip to it. Probably the best bet.
Yeah.
It'll be a corner to Hellas. Well, I've certainly brought the thumb screws and they're screwing them at the moment.
He'll get the ball here.
First touch of the man just on the ground. Launches it, and Sosa. Oh, he copped one from Sawyer.
No.
He absolutely.
Yeah, look.
Now, how's this going to go?
Right. No. Pick it up, and then pick it up, and then take this.
Once again, he draws Harrison Sawyer to him. Does Yaron Sosa?
Kick it as far as you can up the park. Kick it as far as you can up the park.
This
right.
This is like leading Bathurst into the front straight on the last lap, blowing a gasket and just hanging on.
I hate to say this, but I think the referee's like, next goal's the winner.
We've played how many minutes of stoppage now?
Must have played about 8 or 9.
Oh, jeez, come on. All right, Warriors still up by a goal to nil. This will be one for the ages. One to really.
No.
Brennan, he sprints away.
Oh, that's
Brennan, and that goes airborne.
That's the game finished. All
and
over.
That is all she wrote.
Fantastic.
As the referee, under the late afternoon, early evening skies, the sheeting light rain coming down, and the Warriors have gotten over the line in a massive way, down to 10 men for much of the second half. A magnificent goal from Asahi Yokokawa on 6 minutes. And here we are about 90 minutes later, and they've managed to hang on under a huge amount of pressure. The league leaders, South Melbourne Hills, they've only lost one this year up until this afternoon. They've lost another one here at Olympic Village, not their happy hunting ground. Look, it wasn't a marvellous game by any means. It was very stop-start, a lot of physical stuff, but by jolly jingos, this is one to hang your hat on. This is one to get mounted on your wall in the study. It's been a beauty, Kenny Taylor.
I'd say that the last 10-15 minutes, they've got to give big kudos to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper was outstanding the last 10 or 15 minutes. He basically kept him in the game. And but look, again, we've said it that many times, you know, a team goes down to one less man and they just seem to kind of fight.